Hi, I'm Phil,
And I'm Celeste.
and we are retiring on 2K, exploring our options.
We've been talking about different things that we've looked at to be able to retire on 2K, places to go, downsizing expenses, downsizing our um, possessions. But the most important thing for us, or really anyone, to be able to enjoy retirement is their health.
Your health. It's paramount, regardless of what you have in the bank, what you have to retire on, what your plans are. Your health is paramount. So, in order to improve your health, so many in our culture, I think we turn to a lot of addictive type behaviors, addictive foods, uh, addictions that go, alcohol, drugs, substance abuse, what have you. And for those of us who are looking at retirement and we've put in some years of work and we want to enjoy our retirement years, you must be healthy. For us, with our retirement income through Social Security at this point in time, $2,000 a month, we could easily blow through that if either one of us had a health problem.
Like a chronic health problem where we had to have lots of medications, doctor visits, co-pays, blah, blah, blah. It would eat up our income and we wouldn't really be able to enjoy ourselves. And we've had that comment from some of the people who watch our channel.
Yes.
They say, what about insurance? How are you going to deal with all of your health problems and stay alive? So rather than focusing on staying alive, we want to focus on staying healthy so we can actually live.
Right. And we have not been without our health issues. Just 4 years ago now, coming around on 5 years ago, I had the TERT procedure, which is where they go in and open up your prostate so you can pass urine. And I have had no problems since then. I'm very thankful for that. And then I had, on the heels of that, about 6 months later, I had my gallbladder removed. And just thankful for the Lord's hand that's been upon us. And, Celeste has also had her major surgeries as well.
I had a 23-pound cyst, if you can believe that, on my ovary, which took over my whole abdominal and back area. But, the great thing was 13 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
just in the last month, 13 years ago, we turned our health around.
Yes.
We both had a lot of chronic health problems. We weighed way over 200 pounds apiece, 240, 249. And we were a mess.
We were overweight and addicted.
And yeah, fat, sick, and tired is what I like to
Yes.
say. But God gave us the opportunity to turn that around. And we've been conscious of that ever since.
Yes.
Not that we're always perfect. We are not perfect. With our eating, with our exercise, we're not perfect, but we are intentional.
Mm-hmm.
And we do, when we get off track, we know how to get back on track and we get ourselves back on track. So let's share some of the things that we do to stay healthy.
Right. Well, one of the things that we do now that we've started recently is riding our bikes. And you've heard a lot about that and even seen our bikes on this channel. But we are really thankful for our bikes. And so now we're up to 14 to 16 miles a day. Celeste does 14, I do around 16 miles a day, and in the mornings, and we're loving it.
We really are loving it. And I used to never sweat. And I've had so many women tell me, I don't sweat, I don't like to sweat. I felt that way too. But once you start really exercising and getting that blood flowing, you feel so good. And even the sweating feels good.
Right.
Which is a surprise to me because I'm 62 and I don't think I've ever said that in my entire life.
Other things that we do that are healthy for us as well is we walk. So we try to walk and ride every day. That's our movement. And then another thing that I do, I'm drinking, once again, half my body weight in ounces of water a day. And so now I weigh 200 pounds right on the button. In fact, I'm probably below that now after this morning's workout. But so we're eating a lot more fresh produce, raw produce, and then drinking our juices. What you're after when you juice, okay, whether it be with the AIM juices like what we use, you're after the life-giving enzymes of the juice. So when you juice a raw carrot in a juicer or whatever, however you choose to do it, we've done both. What you want, as Dr. Norman Walker talks about, is the enzymes, is the life force of the food, and that's what our bodies need at the cellular level to rebuild stronger. So that's why we go with raw juices.
Well, and another way of looking at enzymes is as a construction crew. Mm-hmm. So if you decide you're going to build your retirement home on the beach overlooking the ocean, and the Ace Hardware delivers all the, the boards and the nails and the roofing material, and the cement truck shows up, but there's no construction crew, mm-hmm. It doesn't matter how many materials you have,
right.
You're not going to have a house.
No, it won't be built.
No. So when you eat raw fruits and vegetables that's not cooked above 116 degrees, so basically like you pick it out of the garden, when you eat raw fruits and vegetables, or when you juice raw fruits and vegetables, or the AIM dehydrated juice powders actually retain their enzymes because they are dehydrated at the same temperature that they were picked at. So when you get those raw veggies, you still have the construction crew. So it can take all those vitamins and minerals and proteins and fats and carbohydrates and put them to work in your body. But as soon as you cook them, and this goes for bottled juices, don't buy the bottled juices in the grocery store, bottled carrot juice, bottled green juice. Those enzymes are dead. Cooking, pasteurizing has killed the construction crew. So you're paying $4 for a bottle of something that your body really can't use.
Your body will reject it.
Yeah, so don't fall for that. Either do the dehydrated juice powders, get a juicer and make your own juice. Either way, you're going to become younger and stronger.
God-made foods will save your health. Man-made substances will take you to disintegration very quickly physically.
Yeah, and that's what happens when we age, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our bodies start to deteriorate.
Yes.
But when we get these nutrients, and when you drink them in a juice, in a raw juice, your body is actually able to utilize them very quickly. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to go through the digestion process. And this is important as we age because most of us don't have very good digestion. How many people are watching this video, or how many people do you know that have to take Tums or some type of a digestive aid every time they eat, or they have heartburn? But the juices actually heal your digestive tract, and they don't have to go clear through the digestive process because there's no fiber.
Right.
So they're absorbed just like water into your small intestine and get right into your bloodstream within 15 to 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. They're at work.
Right. And so what a blessing it is for us at our age. I'm 63. I'll be 64 in October coming up here. Celeste is considerably younger. Anyway, we don't have those ailments. We don't have any prescription drugs in our cabinet. We take none.
Or over-the-counter drugs.
Right, or over-the-counter drugs of any kind. We just we try to eat right, and we try to not overeat. And there are many situations in life where the stress of life brings us to food, especially if you were brought up the way that we were, in Christian circles, especially being pastors and pastors' children before that, of course. Fellowship is built around food. So you don't go to movies, and you don't drink, and you don't go to the bowling alley or stuff like that for whatever reason. Okay, you have to figure that one out on your own, like I did. But anyway, the truth of the matter is that your life is built around food because you have banquets, ice cream socials for fundraisers, pie sales. I mean, it's all built around food. And once you break away from that, and you understand that it's those things that are killing you, the sugar, the salt, the caffeine, those are just the big three. And so, it's important to get your respiratory system in good shape, your blood pressure into a good area for your health at your age. And so when you reach retirement age, so you can be healthy and you can enjoy yourself, and your life is not given over to continual stress.
and fear of your mortality. So, I'm sure there's people watching who are not in good physical shape, and they are in their 60s or maybe their 70s, and they think,
and
well,
we used to be that way.
yeah, and they think, well, it's too late for me, but it's not too late. We see it all the time. We see people in their 60s, 70s, 80s, reverse type 2 diabetes, reverse high blood pressure, clean up their cholesterol so that their cholesterol's in normal.
Recover completely from cancers.
Get their digestion in order so they don't have to take those medicines, get rid of constipation, arthritis. We see people lose the achy joints and the inability to walk and move, but you have to put your own personal effort into it.
Yes.
You can't just go, like the easy part is go to the doctor and fix me. And so he writes you out a prescription, or she writes you out a prescription, and you go to the drugstore and you fill it, and it may partially fix you, but it's really not going to fix you. But you can fix yourself, because God made your body to heal. He actually created your body to heal and repair. It's doing it all the time. All you have to do is supply what it needs. So let's tell them what our daily schedule looks like.
Okay. Well, our daily schedule is we get up in the mornings and we try to ride before it starts getting hot here in Middle Tennessee. We are in Franklin, Tennessee. Love the area. But we get up, the first thing we do, I have a glass, about an 8-ounce glass of water, and then I mix up my Garden Trio drink, which is barley life, just carrots, and ready beets. And so I do that, and my shaker cup, I shake it up, I drink it down, and then I make one for Celeste. And then I move the bikes outside. We get our cold bottles of water, mount them on the bottle holders on our bike handlebars, and then we do it.
We take off, and when we drink that juice, we're getting 5 pounds of juiced vegetables in that drink. So we have lots of nourishment and energy, and we're hydrated.
Right.
So by the time we get home after riding our bikes, we've been up for maybe 4 hours or so, and we've already drank about 60 ounces of water, right? 50 to 60 ounces of water just by the time we get home. Then Phil makes us up another juice, which, thank you for making our juice.
Oh, you're welcome.
You know, it only takes about 30 seconds.
My pleasure.
He used to make our juice with the juicer, and that took about 30 minutes.
Labor intensive.
Yeah. So he makes our juice, and we cool off because we're drenched in sweat. And it takes us about, well, it used to take about an hour and a half to recover. Now it's only taking about a half an hour.
Half an hour, 40 minutes, because we're getting in better shape.
And then we shower, and we have a smoothie. And our smoothie consists of
Protein.
A pea protein that we use, which is known to, actually proven to build muscle in senior adults. It's clinically proven to do that. And another scoop of greens. We take some fiber, a good fiber, healthy fiber with that protein smoothie, and usually some frozen fruit in there.
And in the mornings, I forgot, we take our herbal fiber blend capsules just before we take our juice.
Yes.
About a half an hour before.
Keeps us both regular and happy. So we have our smoothie, and then we don't actually eat breakfast until about 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And, we can do that because he's retired and I'm self-employed.
And that's really actually the big meal of the day for us.
Yeah, so today we had lentil soup and a salad, which the soup was really good.
Oh, the soup is awesome.
And
homemade.
Gluten-free cornbread. And I had some apple butter on mine, and you just had yours in your lentil soup.
I like to just crumble it up and put it in my lentil soup.
And
my wife is the best cook on the planet.
And then I had some raw zucchini, and that's our meal, and we'll probably have some fruit tonight.
I'll either cut up some oranges, or we'll have some kind of fruit this evening when we're watching our favorite series, which right now we're going through Heartland again. We love Heartland.
So that's it. And we drink water. I also drink an apple cider vinegar cocktail, and that helps with my digestion. Phil doesn't really have too much problems with digestion, but that cyst kind of did a number on part of my digestion. So that helps my digestion. And we drink water. We drink, I drink peppermint tea, or spice tea, or I also drink a curcumin turmeric tea, golden tea.
It's a tough one to say.
And what kind of tea do you drink?
I drink the green tea, the Bigelow green tea,
organic
tea.
Organic
Bigelow.
green tea, yeah. And we sweeten our tea with stevia or raw honey.
Raw honey and stevia.
And we don't use sugar. So that's drastic from what a lot of people are used to, but it's actually very doable. And we have that challenge. We have a freedom challenge, 7 simple swaps to upgrade your health and happiness, and it's free.
Yes.
So that will be in the link with this video. We'll also put it on our Facebook page again. But those are 7 things that you can do one at a time and see drastic improvements in your health, and they don't really cost money, a lot of time or effort.
So no matter what the diagnosis that you receive, if it's negative, if you've been given the type 2 diabetes talk by your doctor and blah blah this and blah blah that, just know that you can recover from those things. Type 2 diabetes is all it requires is some changing, some overcoming of a few food addictions, sugar and salt, fats, and then change those things over to healthy fats, to raw honey for your sweeteners or sweet stevia drops. And there are ways to do this. And we have many clients right now that we're working with who are in the throes of cancer, and we're seeing some remarkable recovery by them by doing the detox that we've done for years. And don't forget, Celeste's book, Wonderfully Well, is on Amazon. And so, you know, we are 63 and 62. I'll soon be 64, and we do not have any prescriptions in the cabinet. We have no over-the-counter things that we buy. You know, we really very rarely go out for dinner. This is a personal choice because we don't need that, and so we would rather eat at home and put our money to good use that way. So it's been exciting to live our lives this way, and then to throw in to the mix the amount of great exercise we're getting now is wonderful. And that's just where we are at. And remember, you need to get movement in if you can. And whether that means just moving your arms, you know, if you're wheelchair bound, if you can do that, or whatever, if you can go out and walk, just walk up and down your driveway or anything like that. If you can do that, if you have a bouncer, or what do they call those, the
little mini trampolines.
Mini trampolines, anything to get your lymph moving in the right direction, to start moving things around for your benefit, to get rid of those things out of your system.
One of our clients, he's in his 70s, and he just decided to get a shopping cart at the grocery store and push it around and not buy anything. That's where he's getting his exercise.
Yep.
And you know, you start where you can and you work up to it. When I first started riding our bikes, I could only ride 1 mile. Now I can ride 16. I rode 18 last week. So, and it didn't take very long. Remember when we started running?
Yes.
About, 2009, I think,
Yep,
we started running.
2010-ish.
We had a 6-mile track, or not track, but a 6-mile route that we went. And we agreed the first time we went out, okay, it will probably take us a year to be able to run 1 mile straight.
Yep.
And we really thought that because we hadn't really been getting a lot of that kind of movement in. It took like a month.
Yep.
It didn't even take you a month.
And we were running.
And I got to where I could run 2 miles straight. And I was the kid that always got the side ache, and I held up the class in PE because I couldn't run. So anybody can do this. It's mind over matter.
Right.
And do what matters. What matters is improving your health, and you can do it, and God will help you. He already did. He gave you a body that heals.
Yes. And don't forget, remember this, that try to get rid of stress. Okay? If that means selling too much of a house that you're in, sell the house. Get yourself under control financially where you can actually live without having to work. And then get yourself in a position physically and mentally. Because if you get rid of that stress, okay, then you're going to be able to think about other things than just that big dollar sign trying to take care of a mortgage. And, you know, as I've said before, the American dream is more of a nightmare for most of us. So just get your life under control in that area, and maybe sell a car if you need to, or sell a Harley if you need to, sell a boat that you're not using. Take the insurance off that stuff and sell it, and then it's amazing what will happen. But if you can begin to rid yourself of those stresses, okay, then you're going to be able to make some more wise decisions that begin to really take hold in your, not only your mind and your heart, but in your body. You'll be able to learn to take good advice and good teaching and begin to make wise choices with your food intake and with what you're drinking. So just know that God created your body, like Celeste just said, to basically heal itself. And so with a healthy immune system, it gives you a really good future to enjoy.
Yes, so we also have a freedom challenge for downsizing, and you can learn how we eliminated $20,000 of spending in 1 year by downsizing, and it hasn't hurt us a bit.
Not a bit.
And actually, it's made our lives better, I would say.
Right. So have you missed a car at all?
No.
We don't miss a car. We haven't had a car since January 8th.
Yeah. And we don't miss our boat.
Oh, we don't miss the boat. No.
We don't miss those dock fee payments or whatever.
Slip fees,
fee payments.
fuel costs, oil changes.
So
I mean, come on.
Look for our Freedom Challenge #1, which is downsizing.
Yes.
And then Freedom #2, 7 simple swaps to upgrade your health and happiness. And start somewhere. You know, we've been doing this for 13 years, so it seems easy to us. It's always difficult to start, but you do one thing and then you add another thing, and pretty soon you're on a roll and you're improving your life and upgrading your life.
Right. So what are you trading off, really, when you think about it? This is what Celeste and I were asking ourselves a couple years back. What are you trading off for your future? What are you trading off now? Are you knocking yourself at a job that you can't stand? Are you doing something that you can't stand so you can hold on to some material thing that you feel gives you standing or self-worth? That's meaningless. It's a waste of time. And so when you look at life and you decide, okay, I'm gonna start taking control here. I'm gonna do some things. I'm gonna look at something that scares me to death, and I'm gonna do it. And so, you know, for us, not having a car, it scared us to death, but now it's not a big deal. We don't miss it. You know, who can put, you know, $4,000 in the bank in 7 months? I don't know too many people who can do that, who are middle-class working Americans. Most of us, the way the economy is set up, we're knocking ourselves out just trying to make a mortgage payment, a car payment, a pickup payment, and the list goes on from there. Trying to keep high-speed internet, trying to keep the kids happy with cell phones. I mean, come on, where does all this end? And so where it actually ends is a person losing the joy of life. And so when we look at our past and we look at where we are now, we are excited about the future, whatever God has for us, and we are taking steps to be able to boldly go into that future. Yeah. Star Trek.
So we are Retire on 2K, exploring our options.
And we have been blessed to share this with you tonight. And we're just out on our back deck here in Franklin, Tennessee, enjoying an evening. And we pray God's blessings for all of you. And begin to make wise choices and begin to find something that you want to try that's scary and do it.
Be sure and subscribe. Give us a like. leave a comment. We would love to hear your comments. If you have questions about where to start, we're happy to talk with you about that. And share this with people that you know could benefit from it. It really helps us, and it helps other people. Thank you.
Have a great evening. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Okay.